And welcome to Mike Ferry TV. It is January 3rd, the week of January 31st, 1 month down, 11 to go. I guess the first question would be, how did you do? Understanding, of course, that a big part of selling real estate in any volume revolves around the word momentum. And, with the different holidays that are taken, whether it be Easter, Thanksgiving, your birthday, your anniversary, Hanukkah, Christmas, or whatever you celebrate, momentum is often broken for 3 to 5 to 10 workdays. And then you take a couple of vacations and you might come to one of our events. So there's a series of momentum breakers that take place during the course of the year. Because what I've heard the last couple of days doing coaching calls was the number of agents that we all look at and respect as being great producers that had a difficult time getting back into momentum in January. So I want to say to all of you, you never take the goal for the year and divide it by 12, because each of us in real estate and each of you experience what I call seasonal production. There are times or points when your production seems to come a little easier, a little more fun, you're more productive, and there's times throughout the course of the year where that is not the case. Often the Northeast in the wintertime suffers from some pretty severe snow. Many times that slows the market down for 30, 45 or longer. In the summertime in the Southeast, there's some pretty intense heat. That many times slows the market down. So understand that momentum is going to work in your favor or hold you back, depending on whether it be positive or negative. So in doing the production retreat 2 weeks ago now in Las Vegas, we discovered in talking to our coaching clients in attendance, we had, I think, just under 1,500 people attend. We had about 250 that did not show up, and it was COVID related, which we understood. And I don't know if you were there or not, but what we did, we put 500 extra chairs in the room to allow people to spread out and feel safe and comfortable, which I received a lot of thank yous for that, which you're all very welcome. But what we discovered is the majority of our clients earned between 25 and 40% more income in 2021 than they had ever earned before. And they did it without increasing their transaction count, which means the average sales price was driven by interest rates and by the COVID problem we all had and seen and witnessed and are still experiencing, drove the prices up. So many agents did less transactions because the average commission check was up so much bigger, and many just matched what they did before and made 25 to 40% more. So I wrote down a question. Did your skills become 30 to 40% better, or was it simply the economy and the market that drove your commissions to what they were? I talked to a young man from the Midwest a couple of days ago, and his average commission check jumped from $11,000 to over $14,750 in less than a year. Well, that's a big increase, and of course he was very excited, and we were excited for him. And then I asked him how many transactions he did, and he did the same number in 2020, 21, and is projecting the same number in 22, with again an increase in income because of the economy and the market conditions. So I wrote a quote. Okay, I don't write a lot of original quotes because I'm a great research analyst in finding good ideas, but I wrote this morning. If you're expanding your mind, which is what our job is as professional realtors, aren't you in essence expanding your confidence, which in essence expands your personal power, which also expands your production opportunities? So my question then will be, as we look at 2022 and 1 month down, as I said, 11 to go, are you willing to expand your mind? And watching Mike Ferry TV is, of course, one avenue of the many we offer for expanding your mind. But the challenge we have today is deciding what we're going to read, what we're going to listen to, etc. So I have a couple of recommendations. I was asked this on a Think Big call a couple of weeks ago. Can you give a couple of great books that I think people should read? One of the best books I've ever read on business is called A Work in Progress, written by the chairman of the Disney Corporation, whose name is Michael Eisner. I believe it's Eisner. It's a wonderful book, a wonderful story of how he basically brought Disney back to life and made it one of the most successful corporations in the world. And then one of my mentors and heroes wrote a book called Think Outside the Box, and it was co-written by his partner, Diane Deacon. His name, of course, as many of you know, is Michael Vance. Think Outside the Box is a wonderful book to help you understand the value of learning and growing and creativity, which we all have, because Mike Vance and Diane Deacon define creativity as rearranging what we've always done in a new way or finding a new way. So we always have to keep stirring the pot if we expect to expand our minds and expand our confidence, expand our personal power, and expand our production. But I also told this group there were 4 audio programs they should consider, because I gave these programs to my sons Matt and Tom and Pat and my daughter Michelle when they were very young to listen to, and I think Matt and Tom did a great job of taking advantage of this information. Not that Pat and Michelle didn't, but Matt and Tom used it to become professional speakers and coaches and trainers, as most of you know. 30 Days to Personal Power by Tony Robbins. Great. Now, this is an audio program. In the days when I gave it to Matt and Tom, Michelle, and Pat, it was a cassette program. But now it's an audio program, 30 Days to Personal Power. Second, The Psychology of Achievement by Brian Tracy. I think it's one of the first pieces of work he did. It's an exceptionally great message, The Psychology of Achievement. And of course, the stable behind almost all great motivational messages around today, Lead the Field by Earl Nightingale. Lead the Field by Earl Nightingale. I went online, and all these are still available in an audio basis. And the last one was one of the real heroes of original sales training, Zig Ziglar's program called Secrets of Closing the Sale. Secrets of Closing the Sale. So my job in 2022 with anybody participating in Mike Ferry TV is to expand your mind, to help you understand the value of learning how to build your confidence, your personal power, therefore your productivity. If you attended the production retreat 2 weeks ago, thank you for being there. It was a great crowd It was a very enjoyable 3 days with a very enthusiastic group of people. And we were very fortunate to be in a wonderful facility that Caesar's Palace has. We're going to be at the new Caesar's Palace Forum, which is their new 380,000 square foot, all on one floor with no poles to distract anybody. One big giant, beautiful, because we went and previewed it, conference center that they built. And we'll be at that venue for the Superstar Retreat. So if you attended the production retreat, thank you for attending. I'm going to be sending, if you did attend, a series of emails over the next 2 weeks following up on the ideas that I gave at the retreat. If the subject line says Production Retreat with Mike Ferry, open the email, because we've had today, now we've had probably 750 requests for certain things that I covered that we shared we'd be sending to you. So if you did attend, thank you. If you didn't, we have a lot of events coming up live this year. We would like to see you participate and expand your mind. Let's have a great year, but let's make sure that if we're going to increase our income, we increase the skills, which gives us the confidence to do the job. Thanks for watching Mike Ferry TV. See you next week. Thank you.